Hi, Foxes. Today I'll be sharing another informational text with you. And just to remind you, whenever we're reading informational text, we always want to read like a researcher. And this is how a researcher reads. We read a brief section of text, and then we can close the book or turn away from the text and remember in our minds in our own words, what did I just learn? Because if it doesn't make sense to you in your own mind, then it's really not research. We never want to copy information out of a text. Then close your book and remember. And after you do that, you're going to practice in your mind, or better yet, practice with a buddy. Turn and talk to someone about what you read. And then you'll be ready to write what you read or draw a picture of what you read and learned from your informational text. Today, we're going to be learning about sea turtles. And just as a reminder, if you go to the Asbury website, and then click on where it says more information over here. Go down to where it says reading specialist. And then if you click right there, it'll take you right to my portal. And today you'll see that we have main idea information about sea turtles. These are the different sea turtles that are mentioned in in the book that I'm about to share with you. It's actually going to be read to you by a different reader, and I will be stopping periodically to talk about the book and to talk about research. So just before we get started, I just want you to know that we do have some specific main ideas that we're going to be learning about sea turtles. We're going to learn that sea turtles are reptiles, and these are some of the details that are in the text. The introduction is your first big idea, and then we're going to be learning about the physical appearance of sea turtles. Then we'll be learning about their adaptations. I know in third grade you guys are studying adaptations, and adaptations are just features that an animal has that makes it able to survive in its environment. We'll be learning about nesting. We'll be learning about baby sea turtles. We'll be learning about how sea turtles are protected because they are an endangered species. And then, and this is what I just showed you, you'll be learning some more information if you want to when you click on the links in my portal to find out a little bit more about the 8 different kinds of sea turtles. So we always think from broad to narrow. And so when we go through, as we go through the book, we're going to be thinking, okay, these are the big ideas and these are the details that I'm learning. Our topic, since this is informational text, is sea turtles. And then we have some narrower main ideas. And then we have the details within those main ideas that help us learn more. So let's enjoy this book together. Sea Turtles by Gail Gibbons.
Sea Turtles by Gail Gibbons. Sea turtles live in warm ocean waters. They are in the family of air-breathing reptiles. Reptiles are cold-blooded and have scaly skin. The first sea turtles lived about 200 million years ago. Dinosaurs still roamed the earth. Not long ago, paleontologists found a fossil skeleton of one of these prehistoric turtles. They named it Archaeolon. Archaeolon was so big that if it were still alive today, a car would park between its flippers. Wow. It says, a fossil is the hardened remains or traces of ancient plant or animal life left in rock. A paleontologist learns about ancient life by studying fossils. Over millions of years, sea turtles evolved to become smaller and smaller. Today, they are among the oldest surviving creatures in the world. Almost every sea turtle has a shell that is hard and bony for protection. The shell has two parts. The top is called the carpus. The bottom is called the plastron. They are connected by bony bridges. Large scales called scutes cover the carpus. A sea turtle has strong flippers it uses like paddles. The front flippers make the sea turtle a powerful swimmer. Some can even swim as fast as 20 miles an hour. That's 4 times faster than a human can swim. The back flippers are used for turning and stopping. A sea turtle has sharp senses. It has special hearing organs in the head just behind its eyes. A sea turtle's sense of smell is well developed too, and it can see far away underwater. Sometimes a sea turtle looks like it's crying, but it isn't sad. The tears are how a sea turtle gets rid of some of the sea salt it absorbs from seawater. Most turtles are able to pull their heads, feet, and tails inside their shells for protection. Sea turtles can't. Their eyes and ears must always be on the alert. There are 8 kinds of sea turtles. 7 of them have hard shells. The Kemp's Ridley and the Olive Ridley sea turtles are the smallest.
Okay, so
They can be about 2 feet long and can weigh about 100 pounds. The Kemp's Ridley is gray. The Olive Ridley has more green in its color.
I'm going to stop my video for just a second, and I'm going to come back to you. So I'm going to remind you that we just learned some information. We are researchers. We read, and so now we're going to remember what we read. And let me stop sharing, and I'm just going to show you because I can't find it. We just learned about the sea turtle's physical appearance. Now, if you are in the 2nd grade, maybe 1st graders too, you can write this information about the physical appearance of sea turtles. We know that they have shells, flippers, and sharp senses. And then we learned some really specific elaborating details about their shells. The top part is called the carapace, and the plastron is the underneath part. And kindergarten and 1st graders, this would be a great thing for you to draw, and older kids too. I know you like drawing, and if you would like to, you can also add above and beyond effort and add your you could label it, use lines to label your turtle to show the different features or the physical appearance. Physical means what it looks like on the outside of the sea turtle. And then of course we also got our introductory information too. We know it's a reptile and that the first turtles lived over 200 million years ago. So let's get back to our video. I'm going to back it up a little bit because we were learning about the different types of sea turtles.
They can be about 2 feet long and can weigh about 100 pounds. The Kemp's Ridley is gray.
Don't think I'm sharing my screen with you. Here we go. Sorry about that.
The olive ridley has more green in its color. Next in size is the Hawksbill Sea Turtle, about 3 feet long. It usually weighs about 100 pounds. It is called the Hawksbill Sea Turtle because its upper jaw looks down over the lower jaw like a hawk's bill. The Australian flatback sea turtle and the black sea turtle are a little over 3 feet long. The Australian flatback sea turtle is found in the waters around Australia. The black sea turtle is sometimes called the East Pacific green sea turtle. The green sea turtle and the loggerhead sea turtle are about the same size. They are usually 3 to 5 feet long and weigh about 400 pounds. The green turtle gets its name because of the color of the fat found in its flesh. This is because the green turtle's diet is mainly made up of seagrass. It is the only sea turtle that is a vegetarian. That means it only eats plants. The loggerhead sea turtle looks a little different than the green turtle. It has a thicker neck and a bigger head. Also, the loggerhead has 5 scutes on each side of its shell instead of 4, and 2 nails on each of its front flippers instead of 1. The leatherback is the biggest of all sea turtles. It can be about 7 feet long and can weigh over 1,000 pounds. It is the only sea turtle without a hard shell. 7 ridges go down its leathery back. Leatherback is the deepest diver of all sea turtles. It can go as deep as 1,300 feet. Sea turtles don't have teeth. They bite and tear their food with their strong jaws. They swallow their food whole. Most sea turtles eat seaweed, fish, crabs, and jellyfish. Some sea turtles hiss when they are scared or angry. Sea turtles migrate or travel to the place where they will have their young. Sometimes they migrate more than 1,000 miles to nest. They do this every 2 to 3 years in the late spring and summer. They mate in warm seawater. A few weeks later, the female sea turtles return to the same stretch of beach where they were born. It is the only time they will ever leave their ocean home. It's nesting time. At night, the female sea turtle awkwardly drags herself far up onto the beach. She digs a shallow pit to rest in. With her flippers, she scoops out a nesting hole. It takes about 1 hour for her to lay about 100 soft, leathery eggs. They look like small white balls. A group of eggs is called a clutch. She covers them up with sand or dirt. While she's out of the water, she is in danger. She can't see well and moves very slowly. Enemies could attack her or her eggs. As fast as she can go, the sea turtle wriggles back to the sea where she will stay until she is ready to make another nest. Often the nest eggs are in danger. Sometimes people or animals dig them up for food. In about 2 months, the baby turtles begin to hatch. They use a sharp egg tooth to break their shells open. Usually during the night, they push themselves up through the sand and rush to the sea for protection. Even though it is dark, they know where the sea is. They move away from land toward the sea because the sky appears brighter over it. Once at sea, they swim with the current and float in beds of seaweed to hide and protect themselves. They eat tiny plants and small animals called plankton. In about 2 weeks, they lose their egg tube. They migrate to where adult sea turtles live. Life in the sea is dangerous. While sharks and fish often eat them, only a few turtles survive to be adults, but some can live to be over 100 years old. Some kinds of sea turtles are almost gone forever or extinct. Today, many people want to help them. In many places, it is against the law to hunt sea turtles or steal their eggs. Sign says protected sea turtle area. Some organizations have turtle watches. They guard and protect the nesting areas when the female come on shore to nest. Often sea turtles come to a beach that is developed. In some areas, friends of the sea turtles carefully collect the eggs and move them to a safe beach or to a turtle hatchery. It is good to protect these fascinating creatures and the oceans they live in. Like all other ocean life, sea turtles play an important role in the balance of nature. Sea turtles remind us of Earth's long history. They have been around for millions of years. Scientists and people who care about sea turtles are always learning more about them. This says the difference between a sea turtle and a turtle. Sea turtle has flippers and good hearing and can't pull inside its shell, is an excellent swimmer, lives in sea except when nesting, has no claws, and some migrate very far. There's only 8 kinds of sea turtles. A turtle, there are about 240 kinds of turtles. Most don't hear well. They don't migrate. They can pull inside their shell. They have claws. They have webbed feet. Some are good swimmers, and they live on land and in fresh water. Sea turtles, sea turtles. There's some more information. What's your favorite sea turtle? Thanks for watching, friends. See you soon.
So one of the words that's mentioned in that story or phrases is the balance of nature. In our upper grades, I know you guys have talked about interdependence and how one species depends on another species, depends on all of the different parts of the living parts of the environment where animals live. Later on in the week, I will be taking you outside on Friday. We will have our writing reflection, and we're going to be doing nature journals. So make sure to watch that video. I'll have that ready to go. I don't think I'll be able to do it live this week because I looked at the weather forecast and I don't think the weather's going to hold out for us. So thinking that I might go ahead and record that tomorrow. So maybe I can get that up for you a little early in case you get a chance before Friday to go out and do your nature journal. But before I go, I just want to ask you to think about your favorite sea turtle and remember to go back to my portal. Shoot, I forgot to share my screen with you again. So if you go back to my portal that's right here, you'll see all of the different sea turtles are listed. And if you click on one that's interesting to you, then it'll take you to a website and you can learn facts. Remember to keep your ideas organized in a hierarchy from broad to narrow. And you can learn lots of different things. This actually has it set up for you. Main ideas are here, see, and then your details you'll have to read Remember, we don't copy. In fact, I don't even want you to write sentences when you're taking notes. If you remember what my notes looked like, I showed them to you a few minutes ago. My notes are not pretty, not supposed to be. And I'm going to turn my notes into some pictures and some drawings and I'm going to label some of the information. But you can see when I was taking notes the first time, I ended up needing to put 2 pieces of scratch paper together because we don't have much extra paper at my house right now, and I haven't had a chance to get out to the store. So just remember, find out more about the type of sea turtle that you're interested in. And for Miss Thomas's class, I have a special activity that I'm going to post on your dojo story. So keep an eye out for that. After you watch this video, I'm going to have an activity, a fun interactive activity for you to do. And then next week, I'll pick a different class to do that with. So I think that's all for now. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you later. I'm going to be popping into some Zoom class meetings this week. We miss you guys. Keep learning and reading and get outside and get some fresh air and draw some pictures and write about what you hear and see and smell, because that's what our journal entry ideas are going to be for Friday coming up, or sooner maybe. All right, so that's all for now. Remember, the more you read every day, the smarter you get in every way. And when you grow up, the better the pay. Have a great week, Foxes.